welcome to Baxter Regional Medical Center's Healthy Connections. I'm Stephanie Isom with the Schliemann Center for Women's Health Education. I have my co-coordinators with me this afternoon. So we're going to take a break, but we will be right back and they'll let you in on some of the things happening in each of the houses. Hi, and welcome back to Baxter Regional Medical Center's Healthy Connections. I am Stephanie Isom, the coordinator for the Schliemann Center for Women's Health Education. I brought some really good friends along with me today to do today's show, so we'll start over here.
I am Jody Bodenhammer from the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center.
Melissa Hudson with the Pites Cancer Support House.
And I'm Diane Van Gulik with the Muroc Family Education Center on Aging.
So we're all busy. Each of our houses, we stay busy. There's always something to do. So we're each going to talk about the things that are happening this week. So we're going to lead it off with Miss Melissa. So what do you got going?
All right, we have 4 days a week yoga, chair yoga, and beginner's yoga, gentle yoga.
Oh, wow.
We have
All kinds of
various
yoga.
age groups, male and females, and they love it.
Yeah.
And so anyone is welcome in the community to attend that, and it's free of charge. We also have, for cancer survivors, free exercise at the Knox Wellness Center.
Nice.
Just get a hold of us to sign up for that. They meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And, for anyone that's battling tobacco addiction, we have free tobacco cessation classes.
Those are really good.
And
Yes.
once you go to 3 sessions, you get the free patches.
That's great.
And
That's
she
great.
teaches you how to cut back to that quit date.
So they set a goal.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
Very
that
good.
first
Better.
date is not your quit date. She teaches you how to cut back and be successful in
Oh,
quitting.
that's awesome.
That's great.
So we also have group gatherings, Journey Through Cancer, anyone that's going through the cancer journey, and men, ladies, any type of cancer. Every Wednesday at 1, we have the Threads of Hope. They sew, crochet, knit. They're making Christmas ornaments right now.
Oh my God.
I know, it's crazy. It's funny, but
It is that,
we
yeah.
have so many things that are going on at the house, and we also have our rodeo that will be coming up in
Yay.
August. So we're still accepting sponsorships, so get a hold of us if you want to sponsor that and get some free tickets and advertising for your business, or make a donation in memory or honor of someone, and have your information on our program for the rodeo.
And that rodeo has been such a huge, huge success for so many years now. I've been watching this fundraiser grow and grow and grow each year. But I think everybody has such a good time at the Pink for Pites Rodeo.
Yeah,
And my little cowboy, even when he was little, he wanted to put on that pink shirt and show his support. And now that he's gotten a little bit older, he actually realizes this is support for all cancer patients, and we've unfortunately had some cancer in our family, so he's much more aware now of that reason. But it's such a great event, and so many people love it.
Event.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
family event. There's a dunk tank. There's dinner, so you can order food.
Oh, and are you
Mutton
having the bowl? Are you having the mechanical bowl?
We are having the
my God.
Friday night, and you're not too old to do that.
Oh, my
It isn't
goodness.
easy. It's easy right there. So
I'm a little rickety. I might be a
Yeah.
little
Do you have the
tall.
easy button
I know.
that we could push?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do.
I like
so
it.
There's
anyone.
a stool. You
Uh-huh.
can okay, I might consider that.
Good. So the tickets are $8 at the gate, but pre-admission is $5.
Okay, great.
And then you have several levels of business sponsorships for that
Yes,
as well.
we go from $25 for a sponsorship to $1,000 sponsorship.
Great. So
good.
any business can participate in that.
That's right.
Good. So it's budget friendly as well.
Nice.
So
Very
Miss
nice.
Jody Bodenhammer, what do you got going
Well,
on?
I don't have any fun rodeos going
Oh.
on. But I'm going to be looking forward to going to the rodeo.
Yeah.
We do we've been doing a lot of traveling this year, although we do have a great need here in Mountain Home and our, real close communities here. We also know that folks in our outer lying areas where we service do have some needs for diabetes education as well. And we opened a clinic down in Calico Rock with a couple of really lovely ladies. I can't say enough nice things about our staff there. Carrie Lindsay is our advanced practice nurse, and Jessica is one of the nurses there that I work with often for patients. But they have asked us to come down to Calico Rock and do a diabetes seminar.
Oh, great.
So we're going to be traveling. Jan and I are going down on Thursday, June the 21st. And this is an evening program, so for anybody that's working, hopefully this will be accessible
That's
to
great.
them as well. But it's early enough in the evening, so even if you like to get home, we'll be done by about 7. So we're gonna spend a couple of hours talking about just general diabetes head to toe, with a focus on foot care as well.
Oh, that's
and so we have a lot of different programs that we do, and each year we kind of pick a different theme. Jan's going to be doing some cooking and cooking demonstrations. Of course, we're going to bring the kitchen. And then I'm also going to be providing, like I said, some of those pieces of information about foot screenings and how to keep your feet healthy and active. Diabetes and foot problems sometimes overlap. And so we want to prevent that if we can. And then just providing some resources and some outreach down to our folks down in Calico Rock and in that area as well.
I think that's great. So I think that's a wonderful perk of the hospital is the community outreach.
Yes.
So, we have our mobile mammography unit
Yes.
that goes out and about in the communities in the areas that we serve. We have Miss Jody who goes out with Jan, and you guys go out into the areas that we service as well.
Yes.
And
We're
as well
doing
as the coordinator.
12 programs this year, I think.
All
overall.
in outer
So-
line areas.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
That's
That's
great.
amazing that we do that, and that the hospital
Supports
supports
us.
that. They encourage us to get out in the community. I know each of the coordinators, we don't mind to go out in the community, whether it's here or out of town, to talk and educate people about what we do at each of the houses.
That's right. I just offered the Moose Lodge to come and
There you
talk
go.
about the Moose Lodge women, their
Oh.
group. So
didn't know they had their own.
all the houses.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
Right. So we'll do that, Jody talked about it last week or maybe the week before. If you have a civic organization, if you've got a luncheon going on, if you've got a group gathering, and you want to learn more about the houses, give one of us a call
Let
and
us
we'll
know.
coordinate that. We'll make that happen because we do really enjoy educating the community, whether it's our community or outer line communities, on what we do. We're proud of what we do.
Right.
The hospital encourages that, and it's expected. I mean, we love what we do, and we want to show everyone that.
We want to share,
We wanna show
and
them.
I'll oftentimes tell people as well, if you call my office and you're looking for a specific topic, and it's maybe not one that I'm comfortable
Right.
sharing about, as a nurse, I do and can cover several topics. But at the same time, we also have friends and colleagues that we can call upon to help us with those
Right.
things.
Right.
So I'm always, that is a great point. I'm always able to go out and try to help with those situations as well. As I tell people, I'm your nurse. Just
Yeah.
call me. I'm your
Yeah.
nurse.
Well, it goes back to support groups too.
Yeah.
If you are or if you have a need for a support group, and you don't find that at either of the houses or the hospice, or you don't have a resource for that, give one of us a call, and we will try to facilitate that. We'll reach out to the people that can help, and we'll start a waiting list. We'll start a communication list, and we will get a support group going.
It's almost how most of our programs start.
That's
It's just the
exactly
patient's
right.
needs.
It's true.
So. But I just want to reiterate one more time before, I know we have to take a break in just a moment, but my diabetes head to toe program is going to be at the Calico Rock Community Center. And it is from 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, June the 21st. We still have some spots available. You can call me directly at 508-1765 at the Diabetes Center, or you can actually call down to our clinic there. It's our hometown clinic at Calico Rock, and the number there is 916-2000. And
There
the
you go.
girls down there will be glad to get you signed up.
Okay. So one more time, Melissa, you want to give your phone numbers before we break?
870-508-2273.
Great.
Okay. We'll be right back after these commercials. Hi, and welcome back to Baxter Regional Medical Center's Healthy Connections. I am Stephanie Isom, coordinator at the Schliemann Center for Women's Health Education. I have some great friends along with me. I have Miss Jody Bodenhammer from the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center, Melissa Hudson from the Pikes Cancer Support House, and Diane Van Gulik from the Maruck Family Center
Education Center.
on Aging. All right, great. So we just talked to Miss Jody about some events that she has coming up. Talked to Melissa about the rodeo. Jody's going to be at Calico next week, this week?
It's going to be Thursday, June 21st.
Okay.
So it's coming up next week.
All right. And then Melissa has the rodeo coming up in
August 10th and 11th.
August 10th and 11th. So we'll turn our attention to Miss Diane. So
Okay.
what's going on over at the Muck
Well,
Center?
you know, we've been talking about the different resources that we have in our houses, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that today.
Okay.
When you walk into the center, we have a library of resources, lots of literature there. And if we don't have what you're looking for, just let us know, and we'll find it for you. I have access to a lot of different resources, and including resources in our community, but also different literature that we can bring in. So a couple of the different resources that we have in our houses that I'm really proud of is our resources for people living with Parkinson's disease. So we have from the Parkinson's Foundation and the Michael J. Fox Foundation, we have a lot of literature, really good literature, very straightforward. It's answers the questions that most people when they're diagnosed with Parkinson's have. Then we also have a lot of resources on dementia, the different types of dementia, because there's a lot, and Alzheimer's, because that's the most common form of dementia. So we actually have a caregiver toolbox, and it has a DVD and a book in it that they can resource every day if you need to. There's those days where throughout the day you're probably going to pull that book out and look at it for lots of days, because some days are just not as good as other days.
And it is literally a box.
It is a
of
box.
information.
It is a box, and it's something that you'll grow to. You'll get attached to it
Sure,
because
I bet.
it has a lot of resources in it. So, yeah. So we've got tons of resources. We have our support services through our group that meets the first Thursday of each month at 1 o'clock. Living Well with Parkinson's Disease. And then we also have our dementia support group that meets the fourth Thursday of each month at 2. Better Breathers meets the second Friday of each month at 2 o'clock. That's people that are living with COPD. That's facilitated by a respiratory therapist
I
from the
was just gonna
hospital.
ask you if you
Yeah, she does a great job. She's been doing it for over 10 years.
Wow. So she knows her stuff.
Yes, she does. Karen knows her stuff. She is really good about, with folks with COPD, the extreme temperatures, weather outside affects them.
That's great. I never even
So,
I wouldn't
yeah.
think about educating people on that. That's awesome.
So she helps them through the worst
Changes.
parts of the winter, and then even in the summer they will have some challenges because of the heat and the humidity, and a lot of them are wearing oxygen 24/7. And she also knows like what kind of medical equipment's out there that can help them.
Make it easier.
Yeah, and what insurance will cover and all that sort of stuff.
Wonderful.
So, and then we have our Creative Solutions for Family Caregivers on the third Thursday at 4 o'clock, and that's just for anyone that is a caregiver. Doesn't matter what condition, diagnosis your loved one has. And that, there's just universal concerns and anxiety that caregivers have. And so
Right.
we get in a group setting and we talk about some of those concerns, and we also provide resources in those group settings as well. So.
I can imagine the level of anxiety being a caretaker. Not only are you caring for yourself, but you're also caring for someone. And you may or may not know anything about the disease that they have.
Sure.
Right.
So that's got to be super scary to
Yeah.
live with that every day, especially if it's a spouse. You love your spouse and you want them to do well. Maybe there's also children involved or grandchildren involved, or maybe you're still working. How do
Yeah.
you do all this?
Right.
So it's good that there's a center that a person can go to and get educated and get support and really get empowered through education, which I
Right.
think is the focus of each of our houses.
I
is
think
to
so
educate.
too, and I'll just lend a quick thank you to our Fairland Senior Health Clinic,
Yeah.
because I know they facilitate a lot of diagnoses of Alzheimer's and dementia. That is their definite specialty there. They also see patients every day for other general type of medical needs as well. For example, if your regular physician's office is busy and you're just needing something quick, I know Trish is really good about helping with that as well. But during my grandfather's diagnosis of Alzheimer's, they were instrumental in that. And then, of course, after we found out that was really what was going on, then Diane was so helpful to get me in touch with different folks for different resources. And he doesn't even live here. He lived
Right.
in Melbourne, which is about an hour from here. But just having that and knowing, and it was almost like I had my own support group with Diane.
Well, that's really great to know because I had no idea
Sure.
all of that. And I talk with people that just yesterday I could have told them, you can go over there.
They can help.
with
That's
this.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
So,
It's good to know.
well,
All right. Well, at the Schliemann Center, we've got Dr. Brian Malty coming over to do a lunch and learn. So we'll want to register for those classes because, again, we do serve food, and I don't want to have too much food, and I don't want to definitely run out of food. That is on the 19th of June. It's from 12 to 1. He's going to be talking about COPD. He's going to be talking about asthma and emphysema. And again,
that ties right into Diane.
Better Breathers group.
that's
Yeah.
why I asked who facilitated the group. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was just kind of curious. Brian, Dr. Malty, when I asked him to come and speak at the house, he was extremely excited to have a venue specific to women. Because COPD, emphysema, asthma, it's not female related. But again, we don't pay attention enough to ourselves. And so it's going to be a good opportunity for him to talk one-on-one with females. So come out to the Lunch and Learn, register beforehand, and bring your pad of paper with all of your questions
great.
and ask. Anytime you're at these support groups, it's important to remember that these people are there because they want to be. They didn't have to say yes to the phone call. They could have said, no, I'm too busy. But they said yes because they want to educate. So just remember, when you're there, ask questions.
Sure.
So that's what I have going on. Any of you ladies have anything else we want to talk about?
Well, I think we need to make sure and give our phone number one more time.
Sounds good.
And then one final thing that I always encourage folks to do, especially if you're at home and you're watching, is if you are interested or you think you might be interested in volunteering, come and talk to
yes.
us.
Yes.
We're always open to having new volunteers, and definitely, multiple studies have shown how volunteering somewhere actually improves your health. And I know people are scared sometimes to volunteer at a hospital. Oh, if I go to that hospital, I'm going to get sick.
Sure.
Or if I go there, I'm going to get exposed to something. And I know our volunteer coordinator, Becky Rose, takes such great care of our volunteers, making sure they get flu shots and all other protective type immunizations that they might need. We also have a great orientation for them. And then if someone is interested in volunteering in a specific area, she actually tries to match that up with where they want to go.
Yeah.
So it's not just I think I'll volunteer here or there. If you have a specific desire, please get in touch with some of us because we can help you, and we can certainly use the assistance.
Yes.
And we love it. I love having volunteers at my house who have diabetes or have a very close connection or a family member with diabetes, because that makes it so much easier when people do come in who are newly diagnosed.
Right.
So
Right.
always let us know about that. And a good phone number to reach the hospital is 508-1000. But my phone number at the Diabetes Center is 508-1765.
508-2273.
And at the Schliemann Center, it's 508-2345.
And the Maruck Center on Aging is 508-3880.
Fantastic.
So I think that's going to wrap up
That's
this
it.
week. So we look forward to seeing you next week.